ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to Let's Play Skyrim Anniversary Edition, where previously we killed the dragon. Fathis learned, though he had already suspected, that he was dragonborn. And the Greybeards shouted at us from their mountain. And Jarl Balgruuf has said we should really strongly consider going to visit them. That's about the gist of it. Really? I think Fathis always suspected that he might be dragonborn, because most of the prophecies back in Morrowind claimed that he was. And while sure, dragonborn in the prophecy might have simply meant born in the Empire or something, realistically, like, the Empire didn't exist when those prophecies were originally written, so that doesn't actually make much sense when you think about it. So, regardless, it's been very much confirmed now because he absorbed the soul of a dragon straight up, which is perhaps means he's one piece in the puzzle closer to figuring out exactly why Akatosh has sent him back to Nirn in the first place.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you.
And what does a housecarl do exactly?
As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life.
Is that so? Follow me for a moment, would you?
Lead the way.
Right, yes, guard me and all I own. And also probably spy on behalf of Jarl Balgruuf. I think not. Listen, here, whatever your name is,
We have not been properly introduced yet. My name is Inigo.
Hello? Where are you?
Over here. I am the blue thing talking to you.
The blue thing? Oh, hi. It's very nice to meet you.
Likewise. Are you feeling okay? You seem distracted.
What were we talking about?
I was just saying, you seem a bit distracted.
I am. I've got some fresh cabbage. I'm thinking of making some apple cabbage stew.
Okay. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Maybe I'll do turnips next. Or maybe radishes?
She's not the sharpest tool in the box, is she?
Works better than her head.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Why, you...
Don't get too attached, we're leaving her here. You there, Lydia, come here. I need you to wait on these stairs.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, right here.
As you wish, my Thane.
Yes, good, excellent. I shall return at a later juncture. At some point. Very good. Okay. The grand tradition of leaving unwanted apprentices on the stairs continues. And now we're going to head back out because we need to go and, find somewhere to stay for the night, and that somewhere is obviously going to be the Bannered Mare, because in the morning we need to actually head out west a little bit into the plains to Silent Moon's camp, I want to say, because that's where the next item on our little museum shopping list is. A Denstagmer's ring, as a matter of fact, which Fathis is obviously quite keen to get his hands on again, because he very much once owned Denstagmer's ring, and he wants it back. And then after that, we can think about what we want to do next, and what we do next probably is going to be heading up the throat of the world. Because as much as the Thieves Guild is pressing business, Fathis's curiosity takes priority. He's really quite keen to know what the devil's going on, so... Alright. Let's get out of this rain and get some rest. It's that time again, everybody. It's time to level up once more. I think... I want some health. I think I want some health. Now then. Destruction. Destruction projectile spells interrupt targets that are casting a spell. That's kind of neat, I guess. Raw power. That's the... It's hard not to read that in a sort of sinister voice. Raw power. That one's probably quite useful to us because we do use absorb health a lot. However, we should probably investigate the other spell schools a little bit. Maybe enchanting for that matter. We've got to start investing into this a little bit at some point. New enchantments are 20% stronger. Soul gems provide 2 extra weapon charge points per level of enchanting. Interesting. It's not the biggest perk tree, this one, is it? But there's some definitely interesting stuff here. It's a big thing we don't particularly care about right now. Heavy armor block. I mean... Oh, okay, so timed blocking is a thing, but not by default, it looks like. You have to take the perk for it. Interesting. I mean, we do actually do a fair bit of blocking now that we've acquired that buckler, so maybe I should think about this, but it's just not very exciting, you know? One-handed bite marks. Ah, that's a shame. I'd like to be able to take more dagger-related perks, but apparently not until we're skill level 60, so it won't be quite a while, really. Don't think there's... Whoa, misclick. Not sure if there's much. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can take in one-handed right now that's of much use. Light armor. Iron fist as a leaf. It's all a bit, like, not very inspiring stuff, honestly. Anything good in sneak? There's always silent roll. Could take that for giggles. Lockpicking. Anything interesting here? There is some pretty interesting stuff here, actually. Lots of stuff to do with bear traps, which is odd, considering this is the lockpicking tree, but I guess they had to put it somewhere, I suppose. I like this. Hotwire. It'll activate an automaton under lockdown to lockpick its brain. Basically just hacking Dunmer automatons. That massively appeals, I've got to say, it really does. So, I'm going to start working towards that, I think, with my next perk I probably take when I'm with my next level up is probably going to be lockdown. So that when we eventually do encounter a Dunmer automaton, Fathis can try and sneak up on it and shut it down, because he knows how Dunmer automatons work. I'm realizing that I probably should have told Lydia to just, we're parting ways, rather than just telling her to wait, because otherwise it's going to make things difficult. It's going to possibly cause bugs and issues. I may do that before we leave. In fact, yeah, I probably will. Although we're going to have some breakfast and whatnot first. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I'll probably meet you at the city gates. Well, it's a little foggy out today, but could be worse. Oh, am I looking in items for? We want the map. We need to go over there. Denstagmer's ring apparently is at Silent Moon's camp, just over the way. So, let's get our skates on. What's this? Elemental Flare I've got equipped right now, isn't it? Probably. Yes. There we go. Dagger and buckler. Much better default loadout, I think. you know, I really should remember to use poisons more often. Picking up all these ingredients and not using the poisons I make out of them. Aside from the batwing poisons, because they are hilarious. I mean regular poisons. I've not been using them very much. Should probably change that. Right, let's see. Should be over in this direction somewhere, I think. Can't see, I've got like vanilla Morrowind view distance right now, amusingly enough. Right, a giant camp. A fox. A random crate that's been buried. A dead something floating in that pool over there. And a mammoth! Yeah, it's a dead fox. Probably killed by the giants or a mammoth or something. Silent Moon's camp. I think it's over this way somewhere. Don't see much. I'm almost certain it's in this direction. I've got multiple quest markers on right now, so it's kind of anyone's guess as to which one's pointing me where, but hey, I'm pretty sure it's this way. Unless I've gotten well and truly lost. Having said that, now I'm really starting to wonder. There's a temptation to open my map and check, but on the other hand, I kind of like being a little bit disorientated. Normally I know where I am all the time in this game, so... Who's that over there? A bandit or a hunter? Oh, I think this is Silent Moon's camp here. Okay, it's a bandit. Level 1 bandit, poor bastard. Never stood a chance. Ow. Guys, I want to drain their health so I can get some back, but you keep kill stealing like madmen. It's drugs case. It's not really a simile, is it? It's more of just a statement of fact. Oh, come on. I was this close. I was about to release the trigger. Problem with that spell is it is really quite short range. Okay, where are we? Where did I last save? Oh, for pity's sake, we're all the way over here again? Alright, it's directly in front of us. Apparently we're a little bit hungry as well. Have a tomato. Or also... We need to cook some of these fishies, don't we, really? Some of this food in general. Oh my god, everything I have apart from these salmon steaks is raw. Alright. Right. Well, that's a little frustrating. I need to get into the habit of quick saving a bit more often, apparently. Let's drop one right now. How about that? Just to try and encourage the thought process. What's this? Oh. Don't mind if I do. Be silent, annoying plant. Anyone want an elven sword?
I hope the Greybeards are welcoming. They sound like they could be a stern bunch.
Probably are going to be, aren't they?
You give me best equipment, yes?
I'll give you a sword that I don't need.
Let us go.
Seems to want to stick to the axe for now. Alright. But Inigo's whims change awfully quickly and often, so we'll see. Okay. Here we go again. I guess we'll take that free then, isn't it?
We go! Let us end these cowardly couples.
I keep forgetting what my shield hotkey is. It's 5. For some reason I keep thinking it's 2. Alright. We dealt with them pretty swiftly, didn't we? Whoa, alright. Let's see. Oh, looping arrow sound. Not great. There we go. How about... If it can kill a dragon, it can kill you. Oh, that reminds me. Big flesh. Good to have. It's been a little while since I last played the game. You'll have to forgive my rustiness, folks. I had a very busy week last week. I wasn't able to really get any recording done, so... Alright, what the hell is that noise? I didn't just imagine that, did I? Staff of Fury. I'll probably disenchant it or, I don't know, do something with it. These? Inigo, got you some new gauntlets, mate.
Me. I will bear your burdens gladly.
How much do you want to bet he's not going to actually wear them? He's made a fool of me. He actually is wearing them. Nice, dude. Alright. Lunar Steel Sword. Oh, that's different. It's got a funky hilt. While the moons are out, burns the target for 20 points. I'm going to leave it the heck alone. Moon, stars, all that Azura nonsense. Don't want any part of it. Amulet of Sanguine Martial Craft. Notes. Read notes on the Lunar Forge. Okay, so yeah, lunar weapons. You can make lunar weapons using the forge, so on and so forth.
Your eyes catch my galley.
Lunar steel mace as well. Yeah, that's all Azura's domain, moons and stars and all that rubbish. We don't like Azura. We really don't like Azura. And the feeling is quite mutual. Alright, let's see who or what is in here. Don't know why I'm bothering to sneak. These two clowns will give me away straight away, but no, whatever. And yeah, so I know, as has been said before, Inigo's sneak skill is actually quite high. But he's an NPC, so his pathfinding will take him into really stupid places that gets him spotted anyway. Hello? 8.9 times damage, not bad.
it always so cold?
Because you're in Skyrim? Question mark? Another one down. Look at that, a spear in Skyrim. Amazing. The miracle it is mods. Although I'm pretty sure that spear has like two-handed sword animations, which really kind of ruins it a bit, but no, whatever.
Go to the college, Dad said. Use your smarts, she says. Like I'm supposed to figure out which... What was that?
So far, so good. Oh boy, here we go. Right, now I did take that perk, so maybe this will be a bit easier. Oh, it felt easier. All right. Oh. Sorry, Inigo. I thought it would do something with this. Sealed hatch requires key. Another lunar mace. Oh, for pity's sake. Carry capacity still being a massive issue, apparently. Ah, my old friend. Hello, Denstagmer. Fire, frost, and lightning resistance are increased by 30%, just like in Morrowind. I've missed you. I guess unequip my ring of deft hands, hasn't it? But that's okay. We're not pickpocketing all day long, are we? So, wonder what that's brought my fire resistance up to now. Only 50% resist fire in Skyrim, apparently. Although I think I have a mod that might change some of the racial effects, or... No, actually I don't. I think I specifically chose not to install that mod, because I didn't want it to be messed with too much. Possibly. Yeah. 50%, so that brings it up to 80%. No. Yes. 80% resist fire. For us. At the peak of his powers, in Morrowind, Fathis was completely immune to fire. He had over 100% fire resistance. The stuff just simply couldn't touch him. However, we now have an annoying carry capacity issue, which isn't being helped by the fact that I am carrying 2 suits of armor. Bloody hell. What am I going to do? I wasn't able to disenchant those, was I? Or was I? I can't remember. Or did I choose to keep them? I can't remember. It's been like 2 weeks. Powdered fur mantle. See, I like that. I want to keep that. Thieves' Guild gloves. They are in essence obsolete because I have these leather braces of unlocking. So, as much as I'd like to keep them and maybe sell them, something's got to give. I should have taken bloody stamina last time I leveled up, shouldn't I? To just increase my carry capacity a bit more. God damn it! Is this my entire inventory right now? It's not, is it? No, okay, wait. What's the big hoo-ha right now? Alright, my woodcutter's axe obviously weighs a chunk. This staff also is... Oh, the dragon bones. Oh, god damn it, the dragon bones. Inigo.
Yes, my friend. What is yours is mine.
Yeah, can you carry these stupid dragon bones, please? There we go. What else? Dragon scales as well, and the staff, I suppose. I hopefully he doesn't try to use it, but
my back and I'll watch yours.
What have we here? Nordic excavation site. Let's have a look, shall we? 3 fragments of keystone found.
My legs are tired too, but we should continue on our way.
Strahd has an unexpected interest in archaeology, apparently. It's a lot of bread, which doesn't restore a lot of hunger. I mean, I get it. I mean, white bread kind of does make you hungrier rather than sating your hunger, unless you eat an absolute ton of it, but that's like shop bought like white sliced bread, as opposed to like homemade nice bread, which that would be, which is a totally different beast. Alright, well, I think we're done here. Grab all this stuff, I suppose. Is there anything in this corner? There's a hole in the ceiling, but that's about it. Oh, and Malrus's knapsack. Malrus's journal. Nightingale's fact or fiction. So alone. Malrus's journal. Okay. He's being pursued by someone. Interesting. Hersine's Spear of the Hunter. Well, apparently he found it, but he wants to return there for some reason. I'm just sort of skimming this, really. Although, not that fast, admittedly. How long is this? Bloody hell, it's quite long. I think I might read this at a later date, and I'll give you the skivvy. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version, folks. Oops, don't want to open the console. No, don't. No. The Book of Wonders started. Okay, well. I might read that later. Right now, though, we've got other places to be. Other places like the Throat of the Bleeding World. Ooh, bonus chest. Do I have Soul Trap yet? I do. I'm just picking up soul gems and thinking to myself, do I actually have Soul Trap yet? No, it turns out I do. Right. I'm going to go back to Whiterun, first things first, and try and sell some of our stuff. Then we'll think about heading up the Throat of the World, and then I'll have to think about which way we want to go as well. Okay. Right, it's been a day. In-game, anyway. In real life, it's been weeks! There's a bit of an awkward cut in the middle of this video, you see, ladies and gentlemen. When last I spoke to you, it was weeks ago. And the reason for that is because I got quite sick, with what I'm pretty convinced was probably COVID, but I can't prove it. Anyway, it's taken me weeks to sort of fully recover from it, and yeah, that's why I'm sitting down to record the remainder of this episode now, so you'll have to forgive me if I forget really obvious things that happened earlier in this episode, because it has been quite a while since I last sat down to record. Anyway, we're at the Bannered Mare. It's the following morning. Yesterday I went back to Whiterun after we left Silent Moon's camp, and I went around to the merchants and sold what I could, which turned out wasn't really a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, I sold what I could, including as many of my homemade potions as I could, which, again, was not a lot. I've made a ridiculous number of, like, damage magicka poisons and things. Not even that, damage magicka regen poisons, which are actually surprisingly valuable per bottle. Worth, like, 96 per bottle. And between Belethor and the Alchemy Lady, I was barely able to make a dent in it. So yeah, we've got like $6,000 now. We're kind of filthy rich. It's, yeah, it's the typical Skyrim thing. We didn't end up staying poor for very long, did we? Maybe I should go and try and buy some new spell books or something. I don't know. Try and pay the magic tax a little bit and use up some of the dosh, but I think perhaps I've been a little bit spoiled by playing Morrowind with Rebirth, where you're constantly poor all the time. In Skyrim, on the other hand, I've become accidentally rich again. Hooray for that. Anyway. So right now, I've been actually sat upstairs. Fathis has just finished eating his breakfast, and I've been looking through Malrus's journal, which we found in the underground bit at Silent Moon's camp. Basically, to cut a long story short, it's written by a guy who visited a bunch of like beacon things around Skyrim, which triangulated him towards a hidden vault which contained a Daedric spear. He took the spear from it, and then the spear got nicked by some bandits or whatever. But what he did do is that later on he put a magic book called the Codex in that vault and sealed it away to stop the bandits from getting their hands on it, basically, from what I've gathered. And if we could find this vault by finding the beacons dotted about the place, we could potentially get our hands on this Codex thingy. A grand book of, of ancient make, which holds boundless knowledge. It seems that the more I travel and uncover, the more powerful it becomes. It isn't a spell tome per se. In fact, it behaves entirely unlike one. Instead, the book seems to relay knowledge of various subjects and imparts powers on a daily basis, depending on what is researched within its pages. You merely have to open the book and turn the page, and a new topic appears on the pages. It's really quite an astounding item. I imagine Fathis might be wondering, maybe it's the Ogmir Infinium. It's not, because that's a separate quest in this game. But that's probably what Fathis is thinking. He's thinking, this sounds very interesting. This sounds very worth having. I want it. So another thing to add to the list of things to do. So look at our world map. Actually, let's open the journal. So the Book of Wonders. I discovered a journal written by an explorer named Malrus, which speaks of an amazing codex sealed within the chamber below where he met his ill-fated end. Apparently 3 locations will unlock the door. Yeah, so there was a trap door which we couldn't open, wasn't there? And that's the one. So the way we can get it open is by finding the Dwemer monument, the Snow Elf Shrine, and the Nordic Runestone. And they are located. The Dwemer one is up on Mount Anthor, all the way over there. There's one down near Helgen, Snow Elf Shrine over there, and there's one up here, Nordic Runestone near Solitude. So, since we're going to be going this way anyway, because we want to get to Iverstead so that we can climb the throat of the world. And is there something wrong with my map textures? They look a little bit wrong somehow. I don't know. Anyway, since we're going to be going to Iverstead anyway, because we're going to climb the throat of the world and speak to these greybeard fellows, we might as well head south this way through Riverwood past Helgen, and then on our way, we can try and find the Snow Elf Shrine. Seems like a decent enough idea. Oh, look, Pale Pass. Yes, I do have Beyond Skyrim Bruma installed. I have no idea when we'll get around to playing that, but I'd like to include it in this playthrough. Unless, of course, Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil releases before the end of this playthrough, in which case I'd maybe rather wait for that. I don't know. But hopefully, it wouldn't completely break the game if I uninstalled Bruma and then installed the full Cyrodiil during this playthrough, if it came to that. Hopefully, that would be alright, but you never know. Anyway, because I haven't played Beyond Skyrim Bruma at all. I've been meaning to do it for years. Anyway, that's kind of the plan right now. We got Denstagmer's ring. I don't know why we still have a custom destination. Let's remove it. We got Denstagmer's ring. We got the Jade Warrior over there, which means that the only item we need left for Orion at the museum is the 6th Half Bellhammer, which is down here somewhere. Well, we're going to be heading back to Riften anyway to hand in our Thieves Guild quests, and then eventually have a little chit-chat with Maven Blackbriar. So that's kind of the agenda. Go this way, find Snow Elf Shrine, get to Iverstead, climb mountain, speak to Greybeards, go back down mountain, go to Riften, speak to Thieves Guild, go round the back of Riften, find 6th Half Bellhammer. There you go. That's the plan. We've eaten, we've drunk, we've slept, we've done all the things. I've sold as much junk as I can. Now, barring going up back to the castle and speaking to Farengar to get some more spells, I think we're done here. Our carry capacity is still not fantastic, but it's okay. I'm thinking of maybe giving a lot of my potion, like random potions I don't need, over to over to... I'd almost called him Khajiit then. That's a bit demeaning. Inigo! Yes, you! Hello, Strahd. I hadn't forgotten about you, don't worry. I keep thinking about leaving him somewhere, but...
What now?
Oh, hello.
Blade and shadow, silence and death. These are my arts. For a modest fee, I'll make great art for you.
You're a mercenary?
I am an artisan, painting in strokes of blood red upon the canvas of life. But yes, I will take coin to fight at your side. After all, where is the value in creating art if there is nobody left alive to see it?
You seem a little unhinged, but you also seem like my kind of person. I'm not going to hire you right now because it's frankly three's a crowd, but I'll keep you in mind another time, perhaps.
If you change your mind, seek me out here.
I'm a bit confused as to why she's wearing, like, imperial armor, but no, whatever. It's a fashion choice, I guess. But, yes, if we ever find ourselves in need of a sneaky, stabby knife lady, she'll be our first port of call.
Brownie chooses. Strahd obeys!
Frowny chooses... Frowny decrees that Strahd be quiet for a moment so I can think in peace. Oh, it's snowing. Fantastic. Snowing in Whiterun. We must be getting towards winter. It is Heartfire, I suppose. Heartfire, isn't that sort of autumnish sort of time? These games usually start around autumn, don't they? Because for some reason... Aside from you always having to be a prisoner at the start of an Elder Scrolls game, it always has to start in Last Seed as well. I probably have a weather mod that makes it so you get slightly seasonal weather. Hence the snow here in Whiterun. Hence also we're probably going to be very bloody chilly on the road here. I hope I've got some firewood. Or if I haven't got firewood, I hope Inigo's got some firewood. And if not, then I guess we'll just have to find some, but still. Got a lot of these cards now, haven't we? Luckily, they don't weigh anything, so that's okay. Right, onwards. We're going to go through Riverwood, aren't we, I suppose, so... What a bracing morning we find ourselves walking out of town on. Well, welcome back to Riverwood. I hadn't noticed this before, but I feel like... The bridge here is like... Yeah, it's like there was a stone bridge here for a while, but then it probably collapsed into the river, and they've sort of built this wooden section as a replacement. Which is kind of neat.
Turn into beasts. I think someone like that would be a good ally. You know?
I don't know about that. Don't talk to me about werewolves, Inigo. Bad memories. Very bad memories. Ugh. I hope I never have to go back to Saltzheim ever again. Now then, I think we should pop into the shop here. A, just to try and offload some more merchandise, and also B, because I believe we actually have Lucan's Golden Claw still in our inventory that we got from Bleak Falls Barrow, so he didn't send us off to get it, but we did find it regardless.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store. My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you.
Did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Wait, you mean this golden claw?
You found it! There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Do you know, I've never understood that little line of dialogue there about it seeming smaller. I feel like it's almost referring to something that was actually cut from the game in the end, but was a thing when they were recording the dialogue for the game. Does that make any sense? Like for some reason the claw should be a little smaller somehow after having used it, but that actually isn't the case in the game. Do you know what I mean? It's such a weirdly specific comment for him to make that I feel like it was supposed to be referring to something that isn't actually in the game anymore. Does that make any sense? Anyway, because I don't know, unless I'm missing something really obvious, in which case I'm sure it will be pointed out in the comments, because that's what you guys do. But yeah, unless I'm missing something very obvious, I've never been able to figure out what that was about, that line. But anyway, excuse me.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood trader is back to the way it used to be.
Yes, with this one gold ornament on the side. Clearly everything was in disarray without it.
Trinkets, odds and ends.
Right, let's try and get rid of a few things. If I sort by value, we've got quite a lot of things. Gold emerald ring, which that's almost worth holding on to just to enchant, because that's a really nice ring. But, yeah, none of this I really want to get rid of that much. I suppose I could ditch that. Thing is, though, what we're mostly trying to get rid of is all of these, because they weigh 0.5 each, these potions, and they're really poisons, rather, not potions, and they're bloody adding up, man. There we go. I can offload another 6 to him, and now he's out of gold again, unless he's got something worth buying, of course. Ring of Recuperation. Wow, okay, he does have some interesting merchandise. Stamina regenerates 20% faster. I mean, that's okay. It's not like 1,600 gold kind of okay, but it's okay. He has a couple of grand soul gems that are filled. I could take those for enchanting with later. Probably better off just memorizing the fact that he's got them. Novice Mage Robes of Alteration, Mirroring of Minor Blocking, Ring of the Minor Knight. A jeweled picture. Oh yeah, there it is up on the shelf in the background. An empty grand soul gem. Bosmer reinforced boots. Oh, those would go with my Bosmer armor I've got at the minute, wouldn't they? But I've got magic boots. I've got magic leather boots. More than one variety. I've got my Thieves Guild boots, and I've also got Movarth's boots, and I feel like, honestly, they're better than these. So, Blue Robes of Regeneration, Steel Warhammers, 3 of them for some reason, Ringmail Hood, a Hunter Backpack. I quite like that Mage Backpack, actually. Oh, I do quite like that. I'm wondering if I should have that and then give my existing backpack to one of the other guys. Yeah, I'm doing that. Actually, I like that with the little potion, the soul gem, and the scroll. Yes. Big time approve. I like the thief backpack with a rope that you are never going to use in game. Great for D&D. Useless in Skyrim, though. Do you know, I've been in a bit of a D&D-ish sort of mood, actually. I don't really know why. Well, I sort of know why. I was watching Variac streaming a tabletop RPG he designed, actually, very recently. It was quite enjoyable, and it got me back into that D&D kind of a mindset. Might have to fire up some Baldur's Gate 3 later or something. I've got way too many games to be playing, though. Bouncing from one of them to the next like an excited puppy, not completing any of them. I recently got the remaster of Beyond Good and Evil, actually, and that's quality stuff. Love that game. Iron plate boots, they're kind of interesting. So I'm just rambling about random crap right now as I sort through this inventory, and I'm not really seeing anything particularly fantastic, unfortunately. Holidays of the Iliac Bane. No, I think we can live without it. An extra tent? I don't think we need it, really. I guess that could be useful, but I've already got a fur hood that's armored, so... Yeah, no, nothing good here. He's got a little bit more gold, though, since I bought that backpack, so let's give him a few more of these and to make up the difference. 288. I will allow myself to be shortchanged there a little bit, just to get rid of him.
It was a pleasure.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so my boring backpack is out. Friendship ended with boring leather backpack with bedroll. My new best friend is mage backpack with bedroll. I'm assuming... I didn't even notice it, but it increases your magicka by 20 points as well. I didn't even think... that was purely a fashion choice, and now I've realized there was actually a good statistical reason to take it, so marvelous. Right, Inigo, you don't have a backpack, do you? No, I don't even know.
Dragonfly would like to take a moment to remind you that he is invaluable and irreplaceable.
Don't touch the dragonfly, understood. Any thoughts?
I've got some giant scaly lizard parts you could shift if we need more gold.
I know. None of these traders have enough of the bloody... have enough money for me to get rid of the bloody things. I'm trying to offload poisons at the moment, and it's not going very well.
These dragon parts I am carrying would smell better as coin.
I understand. It's a work in progress, all right. Right. Where we go. Leather backpack. Enjoy. I don't know if he's going to actually wear it. Oh, he is! I have no idea if it actually has an effect on him. Because I don't know, maybe this is not actually true. And maybe I'm misremembering which Bethesda game this is an issue in, but I know in at least one of these damn games, like, passive enchantments on items don't affect NPCs. So, you can give him the backpack. If it is Skyrim is the one I'm thinking of, you can give him the backpack and he will wear it, but he won't benefit from the extra carry capacity. Anyway. Hello, Riverwood. Goodbye, Riverwood. Look at my swish new backpack. I like it. It feels much more... Well, it just feels much more us. Little random things strapped to it. I mean, back in the Morrowind days, Fathis was a purveyor of magical gadgets. He had one for every occasion. Not so much these days. It doesn't really work that way in Skyrim anymore, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a shame, but, you know, we make up for it in other ways. Like the magic spells at our disposal being arguably a bit more interesting in some ways, and I don't know why a dead rabbit just appeared out of nowhere. Don't touch it, everyone! Do not touch that rabbit. I don't trust it. If dead rabbits appear in front of you out of nowhere, Strog, Inigo, as a general rule, leave them alone. It will only bring you trouble. More mountain flowers, though. Oh, I hear wolf noises. Oh.
Well, something.
You're welcome. Oh, there's more. Bit more one-handed skill. Love it. Like to see it. You're getting my one-handed skill back up to... You know, there's a part of me, there's a really silly, immature part of me that can't hear the phrase one-handed skill and not, like, snigger a little bit. But we really should be getting a one-handed skill up to, like, 100 as fast as possible, because that was part of Fathis' whole shtick back in Morrowind, is that he was ludicrously talented. Particularly with short blades, but he wasn't a slouch with long blades either. Right, Helgen lies this way. If I were to go up by that other path that way, past that little shack, I'm pretty sure it would crash the game. It did last time I tried to go down there. Who are you?
I smell panic, but...
He's dead, Strog. No need to beat a dead orc. Cooked beef. Why not? Ooh. A little bit of Neverwinter Nights music. This doesn't come up in the playlist very often. This is also composed by Jeremy Soule, you see, this track here, and it's originally from Neverwinter Nights, but I've often felt it fits really quite nicely in Skyrim and some of the other Elder Scrolls games as well. I've been meaning to add some Icewind Dale music to the install as well, actually, because that also fits super well with Skyrim. But unfortunately, it's a massive pain in the arse to add music, custom music to this game. So I keep putting it off out of laziness. It's not like in Oblivion or Morrowind where you just drag and drop into folders. There's a whole process you have to go through. Helgen this way, right. But I think the shrine is a little bit before we get to Helgen, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually along this way. I'm not entirely sure how we get to it. Let's go down this road and look to the right and see if we find anything. If not, then we'll have to go up here past Helgen and then loop back around along here somewhere. I'm not sure. The map is a little indistinct, as maps probably should be. I do wish this game had a paper map instead of the 3D one, but I get the aesthetic they were going for. Hopefully they'll go back to using a nice paper map in the next game, but I wouldn't count on it. I could go the Starfield route and give you no flipping map at all. I mean, they did actually add that back in a patch, but still. It's weird, actually. I know we're going off on a tangent here, but we're just running along a road in Skyrim, which we've done a million times before. But it is funny, actually, how much those local maps added to the experience I felt when I did play, what's it called? I almost called it Skywind then. Nope, not that. Starfield. I found they really added to it when I got back into the game after the patch. It just, little things like actually knowing how to navigate around some of the big cities. Like, finally understanding their layout after months of playing the game and not really understanding the layout. Kind of made a difference. Okay, well, we've kind of gone past it. Oh, would that be it up there? I see some, like a broken pillar or something. Yes, we are. We're going to have to go back along this way, aren't we? We're also, you know, slowly freezing right now. You may have noticed our health bar down at the bottom there is looking a little bit squished. Do you know, I've never speaking of Bethesda UI decision making, I've never much cared for these kind of like centrally aligned health bars in Skyrim. You know, where it like when it goes down, it takes from both ends of the bar. Because I find it really difficult to judge, actually, sometimes how much health I have left as a result. Anyone else find that? Sometimes you're on much lower health than you thought you were, because for some reason having it centrally justified like that in the middle of the screen makes it look like you have more than you actually do, versus if you just had a standard bar that was aligned to the left. Or to the right, for that matter. Maybe I'm just talking total bollocks, and they're like, everyone's going to be like, Dave, shut up. Nobody has a problem with that. You're just a moron. I'm willing to accept that. Well, hello again, Helgen. I'll be right back with you in a moment. I'm just going to go and find a snow elf shrine. Now, Fathis never found anything in the past really relating to the Snow Elves, did he? I'm trying to think back to his time on Solstheim. You know, obviously he read the book Fall of the Snow Prince, and he met that Altmer scholar who was interested in trying to find evidence of the Snow Elves, but I don't think they ever really did. I think he found... he did find the... Okay, well, that's not entirely true, actually, because he did find a barrow which had, like, the Snow Prince's armor and stuff in it, and a shield or whatnot. I seem to remember that, but it was like just a generic Nordic barrow, which the Snow Prince happened to be buried in by the Nords after they killed him. So it wasn't really a Snow Elf ruin, but it was evidence of a Snow Elf. Not that we're going to find a lot more evidence of Snow Elves in this game. I count the fact that I still refuse to do Dawnguard in this playthrough. I know some people are a little bit disappointed about that. I do apologise. It's just I really don't fancy doing it, folks. I included Dawnguard in the Claudius Let's Play, and I felt like it was an immense mistake. The thing is, if I was ever going to do Dawnguard again, it would be as the vampire side. And I don't see Fathis becoming a vampire. And that's basically what it mostly boils down to. I think we maybe need to go past Helgen a bit. Because it's up there somewhere. It's like I don't see Fathis becoming a vampire hunter with the Dawnguard, and equally I don't see him becoming a vampire. So there seems to be very much no natural in for that quest line, and that's the chief reason I don't want to do it. And also it would unnecessarily bloat the length of the series in a way that doesn't feel like it would actually add much to the story anyway. The other reason I regret putting it in the Claudius Let's Play, because it just felt like it was an entire season of filler. When really we should have just wrapped up the main quest and called it quits about a year earlier than I should have. Or than I did, rather. Oh my... Hello.
Once more!
That was close. They just came out of nowhere, didn't they? Got to be faster than that to get ahead of old Fathis in the morning, though. Any more of them? Oh, there's one over there. Do. Yeah. Okay, I'll get his attention. Oh, he dodged it. The scumbag. There we go. Gotcha. You know, I'm not even going to loot him. I'm just happy that he's dead. Oh, let's carry on our merry way, shall we? Oh, balls. We were close there. Oh, a little bit further. There we go. Right. I have a feeling, judging by the timer on my other screen, this is going to end up being an extra long episode. I doubt any of you are going to complain about that, though. I mean, the YouTube analytics will probably complain about it not being optimal length, but sod that. You guys have had to wait a couple of extra weeks on account of me being ill to see this, so why not give you an extra long episode to make up for that? Usually I'd like to keep it around an hour or so, but we're going to blatantly go over that today. No problemo. Alright, I think we should finally be able to reach the snow elf thingamawatsit down here, and those are wispy things. I don't know what those are, Indigo, and I don't like them. I would try Ghost Walk, but I can't be bothered to make these two stand still while I do it, just to investigate. Mind Vision. I wonder what the range on this is. Inigo, can I just try this on you for a moment? You're not gonna... Alright, Strahd then. Do I want to get inside the mind of Strahd? That sounds like a dangerous thing to do, but... It's interesting that I can still control Fathis while in Strahd's head. Let's give this a try. Let's see how far we can actually shoot this. So I can actually get a look at these things. Huh, okay. We're scouting ahead via the thing. Oh, there's definitely something down there, isn't there? Okay. Do you see what I mean? I know Morrowind has a marvelous magic system and everything, but Skyrim's magic system is less flexible. You can't spellcraft. But on the other hand, you can do weird things like that, admittedly with the help of mods, but, you know. I feel there is something to be said for some of the spells in this game having some really bonkers effects like that, as opposed to just being able to customize the size and width of my fireball, which, you know, I like both systems, is what I'm trying to say. They both have their strengths. I don't think one's necessarily better than the other. All right, anyway. I'll say Morrowind is definitely better when it comes to vanilla. Skyrim's magic system really flourishes once you add the mods, but that goes for probably the entire game, really, when you get down to it. So, right, I'm going to go with an elemental flare here in case these things turn out to be hostile. They haven't been so far, but I know what these are. You guys watching at home, if you've played this game, plenty know what these are. But Fathis has never encountered such a thing before, so. If he can avoid making whatever it is angry, he's going to try and do so.
Back again!
Oh, hello.
Witness me!
Well, I've never seen one of those before. And I don't get to say that very often, you know. Glow dust, wisp wrappings. One of the coolest alchemy ingredients in the game, in my opinion. Super weird. That's one of the coolest enemies in the game, the Wisp Mother, actually. I've got to admit, I remember the first time I ever encountered one of those in this game. I was like, wow, that was awesome. Wisp core. 3 glow dust added. I thought that was absolutely marvelous. It impressed the pants off me, it really did. One thing that Bethesda has definitely gotten better at over the years is making cool enemies that behave in interesting ways. I'm not saying like Morrowind didn't have cool creatures in it, because it sure as hell did. But they all kind of behaved in the same way. They just run up to you and then attack you in melee. Whereas in Skyrim, you've got things like the Wisp Mothers, which are cool. Obviously, you have the dragons, which fly around and do their thing. But particularly, I found actually in Fallout 4 is where they really started to nail it. Like, they started to create lots of creatures and things that behaved in very noticeably different ways. And hello, Snow Elf Shrine! Let's investigate this first, but South Skybound Watch discovered. Skybound Watch Pass. Okay, we might be going in there. Mostly just to get out of the cold. So, anyway, what I'm trying to say is, when the Elder Scrolls 6 finally comes out, I bet it's going to have really cool enemies. Like, the combat in that game is going to be just really genuinely quite fun. I have a feeling. Right, let's go check out this Snow Elf Shrine. Then we'll double back and probably go in there just to warm up a bit, if nothing else. Although it isn't too crazy cold out here at the moment. My health bar has not actually shrunk very much. Oh, this is a bit awkward. I'm hoping we can climb back up again. Because if not, we might be in a spot of bother. Alright. Well, this looks like the place. Nice view from up here. Activate Sunlock. Completed. Find the Snow Elf Shrine. And indeed, it is pointing in a certain direction. So now we just need to find the Dwemer one and the Nordic one. at some point. It's not super high on the priority list. But whenever we happen to pass by Mount Anthor, for example, we'll definitely head up there to look for it. Now then. Am I going to be able to climb back up here? That's the important question. Oh my goodness. Oh, we've done it! We've done it! We've done it! We're not going to freeze to death on a mountainside after all.